Hello students. Today we will going to start with another part of uh, Albert Einstein at school. But before we start coming to the next part, first we will going to take a quick recap of the previous part which I have taught you. So students, I have taught you up till when the writer is telling to the readers that apart from book, that Albert is very fond of reading, but apart from book he is having interest in playing violin. So whenever he used to go to his room, he just started playing violin, and until and unless the landlady asked him to stop, he just played continuously. So when landladies, she just asked Albert to stop. At that time, Albert stopped playing violin. So her reaction was that already, in this house there is lot and lot of wailing. Wailing means crying with pain or anger. So she's trying to tell Albert, already there is lot and lot of noise with the kids howling, and you are, playing this violin, so it's getting on my nerves, right? So at this point of time, Albert want to say that just because of you, there is, so much disturbance, so much howling in the house, because you are the one who made them howl. You obviously, if you will going to beat the children, and she always used to beat um, her children, so they just started howling. But at that point of time, he just decided that it's better to be keep quiet. So we have completed up till here. Next, we are starting with the next paragraph. When the conversation is going on with Yuri. I must get away from here, he told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. So for how many time period he was living alone over there? For 6 months alone in Munich. So he said to Yuri that, Yuri, now it's high time and it's better that I should move away from here. It is absurd that I should go on like this. In the end, it will turn out that I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. So he sees that there is no point in carrying on this like this, because if he will going to do, it will result in wastage of his father's money, everyone's time, as well as everyone's effort. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. So Yuri asked this question to Albert, that after leaving this place, Munich, what you will going to do? I don't know. And he directly said that I don't know that what I will going to do. If I go to Milan, I'm afraid my father will send me back. Unless, so he's saying that if in case I go to Milan, then definitely my father again he going to send me in this school, unless, and see, as you can see over here, he have the line is incompleted. So this mean he just want to say unless and until if I complete my, right? And all of sudden at that very moment, he was just having something in his mind. His eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. All of sudden, what happened? An idea occurred in Albert's mind. Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? So he just asked this question from Yuri, that do you know any doctor who is your friend? I know a lot of medical students. Some of them are friendly, said Yuri. So Yuri is saying that definitely I know many of the medical students, and some of them are, I'm having very good contacts with them. Doctor? No. I had never had enough money to go to one. Why? So here, like Albert is saying that, you know, I'm like, it's good that you are having doctors as friend, but Personally, I cannot invest money in these things. Means I don't have enough money to spend in these things. And what is actually was the thing, this you will get to know afterwards. Suppose, said Albert, that I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. So Albert's idea here included that, for example, just think, Yuri, if I'm having a nervous breakdown and doctor at this point of time advised that school is bad for me and he needs to stay as far as he could from it. So how is this plan? So he just want to, tell more and more about these things. Then what Yuri said, I can't imagine a doctor saying that, said Yuri. So, like, Yuri, he said that I don't think that it will be a successful, because I don't find that doctor will going to advise something like that. I must try, said Albert, to find doctor who specializes in nerves. So he said that, okay, fine, I will going to find, and I just want a doctor who specializes in nerves. There are plenty of them, Yuri told him. So this time, Yuri, he just said that I know many of the doctors, and in fact, there are plenty of them. He just told these things to Albert. He hesitated for a moment and then added rather reluctantly, I will ask some of the students if they know one, if you like, will you? So, in the starting, you know, what happened in the starting, Yuri was feeling hesitated that if I am doing this right to Albert, but afterwards he just added, all of a sudden he just said this line that okay, for your sake I will going to ask from students, for you only. I hope that you will not going to mind, will you? Oh, thank you. Yuri eyes were shining. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Yuri. Albert's eyes were shining. So, Albert, he just expressed his gratitude. And this time, what happened? He was very happy and his eyes were shining that finally my friend will going to help me. Wait a moment. I have found one yet. Oh, but you will. Okay. So, like after few minutes, he just something pop up in his mind that yeah, I'm recognizing one of the doctor. I have found one yet. If you are like comfortable, will you go? He will, declared Albert, and he said that definitely I will. I am going to have real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him. And now Albert, he is saying that, you know, uh, he will going to show an actual breakdown to make it more real. And how he will do, obviously by going to school and by going to that place where he lives, because these things are putting negativity in his mind, and it's actually the real that for 3 days if continuously he is going, then definitely he will going to have nervous breakdown. He laughed merrily. I have never seen you looking less nervous. So Yuri just started laughing. And he said that I never saw you looking less nervous, remarked Yuri. A day or two at school will soon put that right, Albert assured him. So Albert told him not to worry about that thing, because a day or two at school would restore him back to his troubled state, right? Will going to let to nervous breakdown. Certainly, he had lost his high spirits when Yuri saw him next. Then, what happened after a few days when Yuri met him? He saw that he is very much troubled and he lost all his high spirits. I can't stand it any longer, he said. And this time Albert is saying that I just want to sit. I cannot even stand. Right? I'm feeling so weak that I cannot stand even. I really shall have a nervous breakdown that will satisfy any doctor. So he is saying, Albert, and he was actually expecting a nervous breakdown if it continued like this only. That will definitely satisfy the doctor, because everyone knew that we cannot tell lie to doctor if we are saying that we are facing with this problem or we are having this problem. Then at that very moment doctor get to know whether or whether you are saying truth. Keep it up then, said Yuri. So here Yuri, he's saying that it's good, it's very good, just keep it up, just keep it up for a time. I have found a doctor for you. You have? Albert face lit up. So Yuri said that that Albert, it's good news, I found one doctor for you. And all of a sudden Albert again, his face just lit up with bit happiness. Oh good, when I can see him? I have appointment for you for tomorrow evening. So he said that when we will going to meet doctor. So Yuri said that I have already taken an appointment for tomorrow's evening. Yuri said, here the address, and Yuri, he just gave the address to Albert. He handed Albert a piece of paper. So he just gave a piece of paper in which some information regarding doctor is written. What was that? Dr. Ernest Well. He is specialist in nervous trouble. So ask Albert. So here the name of the doctor and the address was given. It was written on a piece of paper. So when he read this name, so he said that, is he a specialist in this nervous trouble? Ask Albert. Then what Yuri replied? Not exactly, Yuri admitted. And that time Yuri, he just admitted no. As a matter of fact, he only qualified as a doctor last week. So he said that he was not a neuro specialist, and he just qualified as a doctor only last week. And in fact, Albert could even be his first patient. You may even be his first patient. You knew him as a student then. I have known Ernest for years. So he asked that, okay, so you knew him as a student. So Yuri is replying that, no, I know Ernest well, Dr. Ernest well for many years. Yuri hesitated for a few moments. So before saying anything, any line, he just hesitated and he just said this line to Albert, that Albert, don't try to make him fool. He is not a fool. He warned Albert, and this time he just warned Albert that, Albert, don't do anything which is actually not there. Don't tell any lie. Don't try to fool the doctor. What do you mean? Don't try to pull wool over his eyes. So Yuri want to say that don't try to pull means be honest and not pretend that you actually having a nervous issue. So don't fool him, in short. That's all. Be frank with him. Tell him frankly. Tell the truth. Tell what you are facing with, what the problem you are having. So be frank with him. But don't pretend what you have got what you haven't. So he said that don't try to tell him what you are actually not facing off. Not that you deceive anyone, Yuri added. And definitely, like, don't try to tell lie with that doctor, Yuri added. You are the world's worst liar. And as he knew Albert, so he mentioned this line to Albert, that Albert, you are one of the world's worst liar, means you don't know how to lie to any person. So don't over smart with him. Think that you are very smart. Don't think that you will, going to fool him. Don't think to tell all the things which you are not actually facing off. So be very frank and Tell the truth to the doctor.